Welcome to the Rob Lee Show. Welcome. It's the only way to go. Welcome to the Rob Lee Show. Welcome, everybody. This is the Rob Lee Show. I am the co-host, Nerdy Couch. Beside me here is Mr. Rob Lee. I'm not even going to point. I don't get it right.
I just guessed and I got it.
So, yep. What are we doing today?
We are doing Middlewest Issues or episodes 16, 17, 18. The big finale.
This will be the last Middlewest episode, and then we'll be hopefully carrying on with another book after that. It's a bittersweet thing. It's been a good show. I've enjoyed it. It's the only way he gets through these things. So,
fueled by Pop-Tarts and Fireball.
Yep. So, before we get too far into this, we will do a bit of a content warning because this book is naughty. It's got some bad words.
Just a few.
Some caca words. So, looks like we've got a couple people in here already. Welcome. Welcome to the live stream. And if you're watching on the replay, welcome. Please hit that like button and smash the old subscribe button. Share it with your friends if you'd like, Anyway, Rob, let's get a move on with this book.
All right.
We'll share 16. Your screen here.
Okay, so the cover, we've got, here we go. Abel and Bobby and, is it Julie? I think it's Julie.
I think it is Julie.
Oh, and our favorite, Bully.
He's not a bad guy.
No. So it looks like something's going down here. Let's find out what.
Missing link, station friend. Ahoy, mate, Captain Comic. Thank you very much for showing up today. This is our last edition of the Middlewest books. We're going to wrap it up in this one. Rob and Tynerius, thank you for showing up.
Station.
I still can't believe when people don't understand what that is from.
I know.
Such a classic. Such a classic. Monica, hey, how you doing? Again, finishing up the Middlewest story. Take it away, Rob.
All right, so we start off, we're still on the farm here. Abel is waking up. He hears his name being called. There you are. And it is our favorite little fox.
What was his name again?
I don't know. Monica.
Monica had a name for him. So he's kind of chasing him down the hallways here.
Yeah, so Fox is running away like, follow me kind of thing. So Abel gives chase. And we notice Fox's eyes are a little bit stormy here.
Interesting.
So he's saying, slow down before I lose you. Hey, what are you? Oh, it's his dad.
Dale.
Big old Dale. Look at the big man.
Chip off the old block.
We know where that usually goes. This is your fall table. Why did you do this to me? I love you. Why do you make me hurt you? And Dale goes full on rage storm, which prompts Abel to retaliate. And we find out it's just a dream. So it's his dreams are activating the power. So, of course, Bobby's right there to calm him down. Thank God. Wouldn't want that in a building.
Would have killed them all.
Oh, yeah. He says, sorry about that. And he goes, Bobby says, don't be sorry, man. Just don't do that anymore. If one of your tantrums, you're going to kill us.
Yeah, quit it.
And Because, she's right. I'm still trying to figure out how to deal with this power. But I'm here. We're ready. We're on our plot to break out. They've stolen all this stuff. And the last issue, now I can't remember his name, Raider, was watching them. So I think he knows what's going on. Yeah, so back to the plan. Abel says you just got to go out there and treat it like it's just another day. And Theo says, yeah, just another day being forced against your will to work the fields for the crazy old McMurder farmer. So everybody knows the plan, where to be, what to do. So there's Raider there. He says, good morning. He's being strangely nice. It's going to be a bit of a pisser because it's raining. Abel, you're the team leader. You're going to get some complaining. But we're not going to allow that, are we? All the team leaders, no, sir. So they're heading out, and he says, Abel, let me talk to you for a minute. I'm impressed with your work ethic. You're doing a good job. If you keep it up, I can give you a permanent job here. And he says, oh, thanks. That sounds like a nightmare.
Bull.
To his friends. We're getting out of here today, and we're starting right now.
So the plan has begun.
It is afoot. So little Willie goes running up. There's something wrong with Abel. And the guards are like, who cares? Then the other guard says, well, that's the teacher's pet.
Yeah, the boss's fave.
We better make sure we look after this kid. So they go running to find out, and nobody knows what happened. He just started going into convulsions, and then just nothing. So the guards, wake up. Weather's already slowing us down. We don't have time for this. And
Zap.
Abel gives him a little zapper there.
Plus, it's raining, so that would be even worse.
Actually, no, that was Julie that did that. Oh, Junie.
Yeah, Junie.
So, damn, that felt good because she's been working for them for years.
Yeah, you bet.
So the guards are already checking. They figured, okay, it wasn't going to be that fast. So Junie knows the codes. So she's like,
Yeah, they're kind of checking in and stuff like that, right? And since they swiped the card in the last episode and the codes, they can confirm without being caught right now.
Yeah, they know Junie's voice, so she's, false alarm. She's just being a whiny little, I think she was going to say bitch.
Watch
he
it.
says, was that necessary? Well, I was going to say a dramatic piece of, yeah, I got it, he says. So you can tell these two are friends. They get along pretty good. Kid seems fine, but they messaged Raider anyway, just to let him know what's going on. So the guard back at the station says there's always something. What's the authorization code? And of course, they know the codes because they've stolen all this intel. Yep, copy that. So it's an old code, but it works out, he says.
All is going as planned.
Yeah, so they're in the truck.
Yeah, and they say that he said bring them on in. They don't want to waste or they won't want to lose any workers, right?
Yeah, because that's Junie in the guard outfit.
Yeah.
Get everybody in the truck. Everybody's in, all right. So we're heading to a irrigation system that runs underneath the fields. So that's our out. Go through the sewer system. So they find it on the map. There it is. And Buddy says, oh, well, it's the sewer system. I'm not walking through crap. He goes, oh, don't worry. It's only water. It's just like a storm sewer.
Yeah, I think it's meant to gather water, isn't it? It's for when they in case they have like fires and stuff. That's what it sounds like to me.
Either that or is so the fields don't flood and kill off all the
plantation
ethanol plants there. So he says, the water's not supposed to be this high, according to the seasonal reports. And everybody said, well, dude, it's a rainstorm. Of course, it's going to be a little bit more flooded. So they're following the map. And Abel says, I'm coming back. I'm going to rip this place to the ground. So he's getting a little bit angry there.
Yeah, they're having a little chat about why they couldn't bring everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they could only afford to bring the people that they had brought because it's too risky to bring everyone.
Yeah. But he says he'll come
He'll
back.
be back. And he's kind of flaring up there a bit again.
Yeah, he's flaring up a bit, and then he gets distracted very quickly by the alarms. So they figure, it's just an alarm saying there's, the water levels are too high. Just a fail safe. All the rain must have filled up the reservoir here. So, of course, this kid, he's, I guess, not too bright. He says, I just hear a lot of nerd words. What does any of that mean? That means we got to go now. So you can see this big wave of water coming down the tunnel here. And they hit a dead end. But one of them, can't tell who it is, says, well, no, we got the key card, man. Opens all the doors, and no, it does not. So they're just like, Abel, you got to make it work. He says, I am. I think the failsafe must have disabled the doors because they don't want all the water just release into the fields. And so Theo's there. I don't think the plan's going to work.
As planned.
You're just going to keep making jokes right to the end, aren't you? Yep. So they are underwater now. The plan is obviously failing, and a door opens at the far end. So they get rushed through there. Everyone survived, but now they're going the wrong way. But being hopeful, there's a ladder, get us back up to the fields. We can just go right back to where we were. No one's going to notice. So Abel takes control. Everybody, one at a time, get up there. So they climb the ladder. They're back in the fields, right back to where they started. And Raider, with all his goons here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Did you really think you were going to pull this off? So he did know what was going on. He was watching them. Yeah, and he would have if the storm hadn't filled up the tank. And he says, you don't think for a second I didn't know what you were doing? So Raider kind of set the trap up for them.
Bit of a trap. And that's like in the last episode or issue, there was that moment where he was watching over them from the tower, and you got the feeling that he was catching on, and this kind of confirms that.
Yeah. So he figured they were going to go for the storm sewer, set a trap for them to see if they had a backup, but no, failed the test. He had high hopes for him. He says, I was proud of you that you were going to pull this off, and if you could, you'd have my respect, but
you didn't.
You failed. So failed the test. Big man. The famous trigger words for Abel.
Same thing as Dad would say to him, right?
Yeah. So we get a little fuck you.
Bad words.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Say it again, big man. So he says it again. And
well, I'll be damned.
Strangely, he doesn't go into storm mode. You are a big man, he says. I think I need to take you down a few notches. You could tell by the size difference here. Abel's not going to do too well here.
Well, unless he freaks out.
Yeah, I originally thought this was like a little lightning. He's transforming, but you can see it's actually coming from the sky.
Yeah, it's actually from the sky.
Code black. What do you mean code black? There's a breach at the main gate. I said, yeah, a big truck plowed through. Of course, Raider's pissed about that. Grabs the guard by the face. Why am I hearing about this after they broke through the door? And so the guard's saying, because of the rain, we couldn't get through. And says, I don't know who's working on that tower tonight because they're in for a big
Surprise.
Surprise. Boom. Maggie. Hello, Nicholas.
I like this scene.
That is a very cool picture. Our friendly fox here. There's Jeb. Wrench here. And of course, all the trucks. So, everybody made it through.
It's going to be.
So it's been a long time. So, there's some
I like
history
if
here.
you scroll back up there, all the crows in the sky too.
Yeah. So I think they are all the same as the other one. They can speak, send messages. So they got quite the little army here to get these kids back. And I like that right there. It's been a long time. So they know each other.
Yeah, they recognize each other. And then a little bit of fan art.
Yeah. Like that is.
So that was a good episode. Good issue. I liked it. Particularly the end there.
So it's finally coming to the big
finale.
The big finale.
And I thought, this is 3 issues. That's not a lot of time to wrap things up for me. But so far they're doing it pretty well. Anybody want to let us know what they thought of that issue? Otherwise, we're going to carry on here. Try to make some record time. So, next issue starts off with this cover. And it's a nice cover. You got he's grabbing Abel by the hair there. And you've got these machines overhead with some fire. So that sets you up for this issue. Which starts pretty much the same way the other one leaves off. It says, "Hello, Nicholas. It's been a long time." Got the birds in the air and similar scene, except you're seeing it from a different angle here. Abel says, "Maggie?" Question mark. And Nicholas notices her. "Old Lady Hurst, what in the hells are you doing trespassing on me farm?" I like how they use hells.
Yeah. Because I noticed in the first issues it was by the gods or something like that. So it's not our world.
Oh, definitely. It says, "You have some of my people. And more than a couple of these people belong to the people here. The children belong to these people. And we're going to take them home." And he laughs like he does, the cockiness that he's got in him. And he says to Abel, he's like, "Well, aren't you the belle of the ball, kid? You got all these poor folks searching for your little butt." He's like, "Too bad they came all this way for nothing, pretty much." He says, "Me and you, me and you had ourselves a deal, Maggie. You've been living on that deal for a long time." And then she says, "Oh, we've got Dot Double Dotty here, a good friend of mine. They suck." I'm not sure you know the content, but they do suck. Thank you for coming. Oh, that's not Dot Double Dotty. That's Double Income. My apologies. Double Income has a great channel on YouTube here. Go check him out. Well, let's see here. Give me a second here. Thought I had something for you. Yeah, there you go. Double Income on YouTube. Does quite a few things, but mostly I enjoy his rant sessions. They're pretty awesome. And they really give me a chuckle sometimes. Ooh, nicknames. Yeah. Anyway, we're just finishing up the Middlewest here. I'm not sure if you've been following along, but yeah, Nicholas says you've been riding on this deal for a while, and she says you're right. We had a deal, but I'm here to make a new one. Let the kids go when nobody gets hurt.
Hmm.
They don't mean they mean business. You know.
Mm-hmm. We've ridden this out for this long, even though you're a horrible person kidnapping these kids, but
Yeah.
time to renegotiate.
Nicholas says, "Oh, people are gonna get hurt, all right. Your people are gonna get hurt real bad." And then he's kind of crushing Abel, trying to crush Abel's head a little bit there. Um, and our friend Fox goes and jumps in. Jeb says, "No, Fox, don't do it." Fox says, "Get your hands off," and then right in the noggin. Poor little Fox goes flying. And then from the inside, we hear, "Code Black, Code Black. Put down every last one of them. Man, woman, or child. I don't give a shit. Kill them all." So he's telling all of the guards to just annihilate everybody. So you've got a full on battle going on here. You've got the electrocution from the shock sticks from the bad guys, and you've got bats, rakes, and everything flying all over the place. People are going down on both sides, and Abel yells, "No, you have to stop this, please!" Right? He replies with, "No, no, you don't get to look away. You're gonna see everything. This is all on you, boy."
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's a pretty graphic scene here where you've got fire coming away, everything, trucks are blowing up. You've got people on both sides going down. You can see in the distance there's quite a few people coming up from the outer lands, ready to go at the farm. Man from the tower goes, "Boss, I'm up in the tower, E15. The fire is spreading fast. If it reaches the unharvested western sector, there's going to be no putting it out." Right? Uh, Abel says, "How do you like that, boss? This little savage guard or slave garden of your savage garden." Deep blue sea. um, this little slave garden of yours is going to burn up. He says, "We'll see about that." So he initiates a protocol in the towers. "Copy that, sir." So they initiation sequence in progress. I can't talk apparently. It activates the. I don't know if these are the towers turning into these robots,
Mm-hmm.
or if these are new robots we haven't seen. But they come in with opening their eyes. Does anyone know if we stole a swipe card to stop these things? Says the bully. Which the bully's growing on me. You know, um, at one point or another, they're actually pretty buddy after all that. You can see the carnage going on around them. You can see the new robots blowing some sort of like a air cannon
Mm-hmm.
almost, and taking ships down. I don't know whether they're extinguishing fire or not, but they are wreaking some havoc, and they are really tilting the battle towards the farm. "Your carny pals are about to have a bad day, boy. Quit calling me boy." And he zaps him, runs into the fire. Get back here, you little shit. Bobby, Abel, don't go in there. You'll get hurt. And then she gets grabbed from behind. And guy with a knife about to stab her, and then gets stopped by none other than Wrench.
That was one of my favorite lines in this book. Right
Yeah,
there.
this is cool.
It'll hurt less if you don't struggle. Well,
Yeah, she says he says to her, "This will hurt less if you don't struggle." Wrench says, "It will hurt whether you struggle or not." He's got some good lines actually coming up right here.
yeah.
Tosses him like way up into the air. Brilliant. Wrench has been one of my favorites, even though he had that creepy head for a little while.
Yeah.
And she mentions that he's thanks, pal, new head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could ask you the same because of the
The haircut. Yeah.
buzz cut, right? And is it Julie again or
Junie?
Junie? She's like, I love this little reunion, but we're kind of busy here, right? Says Bobby says that's Junie, and Robot says she seems a bit of a pill. I know, isn't it great? And then he says, "Wait, Bobby, are you?" And then she says, "Shut your new mouth." I don't know whether she was he was going to insinuate that she was bisexual or had the hots for the girl or something like that. I think that's where they were going with that. If I'm wrong,
that's what I took it as, because Bobby's not usually one to compliment someone. Oh, isn't she great? Oh,
yeah. So I think that's where they're going with that. You've got the air cannons going off in the background. They have a little conversation about getting as many people in the trucks as possible. Get them in there. Get them rolling out. They use the word hells again, which I like. Get the hells out of here and meet back at the rendezvous point. So they're trying to get as many people out as they can, filling up trucks and stuff like that. And she's like, "Yeah, you've done it this time, lady," talking to herself. And the fox says, "Yes, you have. But we're not done yet. We have to find Abel." Bobby says, "I seen him. He got free from Raider and he went right into the ethanol fields." Fox says, "You mean the rows that are completely engulfed in flames?" He says, "I swear, if he survives this, I'm going to kill him." I like that. That's a common thing to say.
Yeah.
Fires are still getting out of control. Raider is looking for Abel, yelling out his name. He says, "If you think you can lose me in here, boy, I was raised in these fields. Give up before you burn, boy." Keep calling him boy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? "I told you to stop calling me," as he's fighting through the flames, "boy." Raider catches up to him. "When I'm done with you, boy, there ain't going to be much left of you to call anything." Two-fister just smashes him. Blood comes out of his mouth. And he spends the next couple of panels just giving Abel what for. Grabs him by the collar, punches him uppercut, gives him a headbutt. Abel is just like nothing now, kicks him probably a couple feet, goes to hit him again, and then his eyes light up and he screams. Right. And I thought to myself at first, I was like, is he going to turn or something like that? That was my first thought. And then you see Magdalene behind him, and she's done that thing where she hijacks your mind. Right. Which I thought was amazing at this point. Right. Still flames going everywhere. And now he's in this misty area, which you assume is his mind. He says, "What the fuck is going on?" She says, I'm doing what I should have done a long time ago. He says, you, get out of my head, witch. Nicholas, I'm not in your head. You're in mine. So she's drug him into her mind. You know, look what you've done. Look, and you see these zombie-like figures coming at her, right? I think that these are all people that she feels that she's failed.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
remember they said, we had a deal. So I think they have some sort of past where she was part of the farm.
that's a good point.
These are some of the slaves that died or whatever.
Yeah, she's hidden them away. Otherwise, they would haunt her. She can't live with herself anymore, hiding all of it. And they start to gather around and almost start dragging them down and stuff like that. She said, accept it, Nicholas. Your time has come. You can't fight it. He says, you think your pathetic parlor tricks will work on me, Maggie? Oh, I got news for you, carny witch. They don't. And he breaks out of it. Like nobody thus far has been able to do such a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you can see that the strength that he has. And she says, or he says, you fucking people, you don't get it. I power this whole world. Me. So I don't know how to take that. He powers this whole world. Does he mean like this whole farm? Or does he have some actual like supernatural power?
I think it's just his farm. It's the fuel that those pink tanks that are attached to everything. So I think he's the only source in the whole world. I don't know how big this world is, but
anyway, I think he's just saying, I'm too powerful for your tricks. Mm-hmm. You know, Abel yells, Raider, no! Come on, I'm right here. Let go of her. Finish me off. Raider says, don't worry. After I'm done killing her, I'm going to deal with you, boy. He's face covered in blood. Says, I am... Oops. I think I just skipped ahead here. I am Abel. Don't. Not around the fire. From the fox. Magdalene says, no, Abel. It's okay. Let me go. And Abel's like, I am not a boy. Magdalene halfway through an Ofa. And then you see the storm you see the boy become the storm. And it rages on, and he is full-blown storm now. The fire, he's most likely igniting most of the ethanol plants around him. The fire is out of control. He roars. Right here, actually, you can see that he's picked up Nicholas. You can see in the tiny little part of his fist, he's picked up Nicholas, and then he slammed him down to the ground. And Nicholas appears to be gone at this point. Or at least that's what they want you to believe. Mm-hmm. Fox and Magdalene are trying to calm him down. He says, I'm okay, look. All the slaves... no, you saved me, Abel. It's okay, you can calm down. Abel doesn't calm down. He roars. He's in a furious fit. And he starts going after these robots that have the air cannons, I'm going to call them. Mm-hmm. They look like air cannons to me. And the air cannons all turn on him, and they start firing at him, and they're blowing holes in him. Right? It looks like deteriorating him almost. Bobby and some of the other kids are yelling, "Abel, they're killing him, Junie. They're killing him." Another kid says, "Sorry, there's nothing we can do," as the holes continue to get pierced inside of him. You can see here that the air cannons, or whatever they are, continue. Jeb says, "My dear Abel, I'm so sorry we failed you." And then, continuing to tear him up, he seems to be deteriorating over the next couple of panels.
Mm-hmm.
And you see what appears to be another face in the storm. And the machines start to break down and fly into the wind and stuff like that. They're all exploding. And then you hear from one of the faces,
Mm-hmm.
"Abel!" And that's like, I kind of got excited here.
Oh yeah, because you know who that is.
And then you continue to see all of those machines break down and fly away in the wind. And you get an awesome picture here of Abel and Dale both in their storm form. And you can see how much bigger Dale is
Mm-hmm.
in this. Like, he is enormous compared to Abel, right? He's just a little baby storm.
Oh yeah.
Right? So, I don't know why I can't go forward. Let's just see here. Let's see if we can fix this. Where was I?
I think that's the end of the book.
Oh no, that's why I can't go forward.
Yeah, that's the last panel.
Because that's the last panel. So yeah, I really enjoyed this issue. You know, it was like chocked full of action.
Mm-hmm. They're like, Raider, as big as he is, no match for the storm.
No, he picks him up and just fucking slams him on the ground. Right, you've got your fight between Raider Farms and the people of the land.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got your fight between Nicholas and Abel, and then you get
And Maggie.
and Maggie, and then you get that mind sequence, which is awesome, and then ends off with a prelude to a toe-to-toe between Dale and Abel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I thought this was probably one of the better issues.
Oh, definitely. A lot of action.
So I don't got much more to say about that one. I just think that was such a cool issue.
It was.
Anybody in the chat want to let us know what they thought of that one real quick? Otherwise, we will continue on with Rob taking over for the very, very last
final
issue
book.
And the final for Middlewest. It's a bittersweet. It's been a really great book, and I've enjoyed it a lot. I've enjoyed doing this with you, and and that's the sweet part. The bitter part is that it's over after this. But it just means that we get to go on another journey with another story after this. So let's get right into this one then.
All right. I love the cover on this one. You get this a storm hand, like just a raging inferno, and then right in the middle of it, Dale and Abel just looking at each other. It's like, you got to wonder what's going on right there. Are they like just looking at each other, or is it like, okay, let's fight?
Yeah.
So all the carnival workers are going, is that Abel? He says, Bobby says, well, yeah, but no, not really, because, we don't have time for this story right now. It's a big one. So Junie says, well, if that's Abel, who's the other one? And Fox just matter of fact. Oh, that's his dad.
Yep.
Like no exclamation marks, nothing. It's just,
That's his dad.
that's his dad.
Makes sense.
And Jeb notices something. He says, am I crazy, or does it look like Dale is helping Abel? So they're both going after the extinguishing machines here. The farm's just absolutely getting destroyed. And then they get confronted by the guards that are left. That's her. There's the witch that brought these monsters. She killed the boss. I saw her do it. And
What?
the other one's confused.
Raider's dead?
He's dead. And I think that's Maggie there. She says, "Yeah, that means he's dead. You have no purpose. Cut off the head, the body dies."
Yeah.
And you can see the confusion. I guess there's nothing to fight for now. Raider can't get to us now, because I'm sure they were living in fear as well, to a point. They had this great life, torturing all these kids, but if he's not there to. So she goes, "You can just walk away." No.
Yeah, you got two choices pretty much.
Yeah, you can pull those triggers and see how many of us you can drop off, kill before the monsters get here to kill you, or you just walk away and don't die for that man. He ain't worth it. So they agreed.
Yeah, she says, "I know some of you guys got kids to go home to."
Yeah, because they're just regular people too. Whether she's a witch or not, she's got a point. Let's go home. So they take off their armor, their little costumes here, their uniforms. We're just like you now. We're just people. We want to go home too.
We were just trying to do our jobs.
Yeah. So, code white. Repeat, code whites. Everybody stand down. I'm sorry for all this. It's just a job. Which kind of gave me like a Nazi feel. The Nazis, when they got caught, it was like, oh, we're just following orders.
What could we do?
Doesn't exactly excuse you, but in this
case, they do have a little bit of conversation about that. Like, how do you deal with what you've done?
Mm-hmm.
How do you make peace with it?
She knows more than anyone else what someone will do for their people.
Yeah.
Because all the carnies, all the kids that she's taken in that work for her, they're like family. And he says, she said, we can't erase the things we've done. So he knows, I guess, this past that all these zombies in her head. How did you find peace with what you did? She goes, I'll let you know if I ever do. So back to the Abel and Dale. So I imagine that's Dale, because that's quite the enormous storm there. Still destroying all the machines, just wreaking havoc on the place. So Maggie says, all right, people, time to get these kids out of here. Let the other trucks know that Raiders' men have surrendered. Let them go. The battle's over. The war is won. So there's Bobby, Wrench, can you help Junie? And Theo get to a truck, and they're like, what do you mean? We're here to help you. You're our friend. We're not going to abandon you. So, of course, at the same time, what? So he goes, oh, Jinx, you owe me. Are you really going to do that now? Yeah, I guess you're right. So Bobby goes into leader mode here. I love the both of you, but if you could knock it off long enough, I don't know if we have time to escape the slave farm before these storm monsters kill my friend and I guess basically all of us. Sorry, Bobby, but I'm staying. If it wasn't for Abel, we'd all be in the mess hall right now, just in the same situation. And there's Theo. Yeah, I got to stick out for my boy.
Yeah, so they're all buddy now.
Yep.
And all it took was him getting punched in the face.
And that gives Bobby the feels.
Yep.
which Wrench just sums up as, "Hey, there's water on your eyes. What's going
There
on there?
seems to be water welling up on your eyes.
Yeah, shut your rust hole, or I'll turn you off forever." So she's got the feels, but she doesn't want people to know. She wants everyone to think she's a little hard ass. And Fox says, "This has me feeling all squishy, but I'm not sure what we can do for Abel right now because that battle's still going on. It's still ready. They're still blowing people away here. It gets kind of, they're just, I don't know if they're fighting or if they're just
They are going a little toe to toe now, I think.
Like trying to figure out, what's going on. Like even Dale's like, "Okay, I know I hit you, but I didn't know I turned you into a storm." So you can see their faces. They're like, what did I do? What's going on here?
So you can see, I think, like the difference is that Dale's face seems more upset, more sad, whereas Abel's is still anger.
Yeah, so Dale's really concerned, like Abel.
And then Abel's just furious.
Pissed right off with a big "fuck you." Takes up so much room. And so that's all Dale can say is like, "Abel, like, buddy, what's going on?"
Yeah, they're definitely going toe to toe a little bit here.
Even Bobby's like, "Abel, no, this isn't you. You're not this. You're not a monster. You're better than this. You're not gonna hurt anyone. You can't hurt anyone. You're too nice. You're that nice kid that became my friend."
Yeah.
And Maggie says, "It is now. I'm afraid I can feel the pain inside him. I don't think he's coming back." So again, the concern on Dale's face, still the anger on Abel, like, "What did you do to me? You did this." So they a little bit of a battle going on here. They are just scrapping, and then Dale's finally, Abel.
He wants to break free. He wants to break free.
Dale has returned to normal, and Abel still hovering over him. Like, you think, is he going to kill him for all the shit he's put him through? So you can see the hands coming together, ready to just. And the pattern shows up on Dale. And I think that's where Abel realizes, no, I can't do this. And so Dale says, "Abel, I am so sorry."
Dale's pretty much out of his storm now.
Yeah. And you can see that catches Abel right off guard. He's not sure what to do there.
Blows up.
And it's just, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry."
So finally, many sorries.
Finally, like repenting that, what did I do? "I'm sorry I hurt you, son." You see Abel's coming out of it too. He's like, "You can't do that. You don't get to be sorry. I was just a fucking kid, and you hated me. I was your son, and you hated me. I'm just a monster like you." And Dale is completely given up. You're right. But it doesn't mean I don't love you. You're going to be okay. And Abel just still doesn't know how to take this. And I think that's Dale.
Yeah, it's Dale right up until that last panel, I think.
Yeah. And then Abel finally snaps out of it. That's a great scene right there. Like,
yeah,
you can just see a look on his face, like, "I don't know what to do. Like, you've never said you're sorry to me. You've never treated me like your son."
Everyone's onlooking.
Yeah, so Maggie and Jeb are kind of looking at each other, little smile there,
They get him a sweater.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if you have to do this. Like, is he saying you have to help me, or you have to, kill me or something? Take like for what I've done to you?
Yeah, he's begging.
Yeah, it's time to finish this.
Yeah.
And Abel says, I am, and turns away.
Now, at these points, you notice that the markings are now all over their body, including their face.
Yes. Yeah, that last incident of Storm is just completely taken over the that pattern. So you could see it getting bigger through the episodes or through the issues, and then with this big confrontation, it's just everywhere now. So Abel turns to walk away. I am taking care of this. I am finishing this. He's like, no, we both know I deserve it. And Abel has finally come to this realization is, the thing is, you don't deserve it. No one does.
No one does.
And Dale is finally, feeling remorse for all this. You broke me, but you're broken too. And he broke you. I know that now. So, because he met the grandfather, it's just like a cycle that's not going to end. I saw him again. He's like, no, I told you not to, And Abel understands, I'm sorry he hurt you. And that's why you treated me the way you did. And he says, no, that's no excuse. No, it's not, but it is a reason, or at least, one of them. Doesn't make it right, but I could finally understand why you acted the way you did. That it wasn't my fault. And Dale is like still in repentance mode here. It's never been your fault. I don't know why I was ever so stupid to think that you knew that. It's never been me. It's never been you. It's never been your mother. Just me. Tries to reconcile with him. I'm your dad. I love you, Abel. And nope, Abel has just had enough. If you love me, then why didn't you ever like me? Nothing I did was right. Nothing I did was good enough. You're a monster just like your dad. Like, I don't feel like I have an answer for that. Maybe I was too busy telling myself not to become him that I got lost myself and stopped seeing you. Like, didn't even recognize his own son because of the anger that he harbored. He says, let's go home. Let's start over. And Abel just says no. So Dale tries to plead with him. I know that, stop. Yeah, I'm glad you see this now. And while I understand a little bit better the way you treated me growing up, you just can't erase all that. We can't go back to the way we were when I was a little kid and you actually were my dad. Because I'm not the same kid. I'm your dad, I'm your family. He goes, I wish that was all it took, but it's not. And Dale says, I won't let you go back there alone. He goes, well, can't you see? I'm not alone.
So all the new family gathered around.
So we get our Return of the Jedi moment with everyone smiling, even Theo looking at grinning away.
It's his new family.
Yeah, this is, and Bobby's just pleased as punch up there. Where's Fox? Fox has got to be in there. He is. This is my family, and Dale realizes, look how happy these people are. He's happy for his son, finally. And so Maggie says, we got a lot of kids to take back to their families. Abel, are you coming? And even Dale is like, yep. I know he's in good hands.
Yeah, it's the right thing.
Go be with your people. What are you going to do? Don't worry about me. I got to do what I should have been better at, taking care of myself. Take care of yourself, and hopefully we'll meet again one day. And for now, I just want you to know I'm so proud of you. Like, which I never thought I'd ever hear from Dale.
No, I got the feels now.
Yeah, there's Dale waving. Everyone's on their way, and he says to Maggie, you know, "Take care of my boy." She says, "I've seen Abel's heart, and you know I'm telling you the truth when I say he'll be the one taking care of us." So there he goes with his new family, his new friends. Everyone he's back with Fox,
And that's our ending.
and credits roll.
If you go back up a bit, real quick, here's what I'm wondering. Okay, nobody's gonna offer Dale a ride anywhere or anything.
Well, no, look
Like,
what he's
he's
done.
pretty far away from home. They're just gonna walk away and like, okay, fend for yourself. don't walk to the next town with us or anything, or you know, hop in a truck and we'll drop you off at the next town.
Yeah,
Just walk half naked with no shoes.
yeah. You got here. You can get back the way you came,
You know,
and that pretty much right there is all the fuel they have. So I'd like to know
yeah.
what the continuation of the
You
story
know,
is.
I never thought of that. That the fuel source is gone now, right?
Mm-hmm.
If that is the only fuel source, right? So that's at the end of the story. We're going to be inviting somebody in here so that we can talk, have a little small chat about the how we thought this went. So let's. Oh, hold on a second. Let's get rid of these, and let's invite my brother Rob in here.
Shotgun, how's it going,
Hey,
man?
Shotgun,
guys.
how you doing? Now
Not too bad.
there's
How are
two.
you guys tonight?
Good.
Good. Now there's two reasons Shotgun's here today. First reason is so that we can talk about the um, series as a whole. Second is that we're testing out a Rob's new discount setup that we've made for him, seeing if it's going to do okay. And you know, we figured we might as well do a live test at the same time as having a bit of a chat. So, how are you doing, Shotgun?
I'm doing pretty good tonight. How are you, Rob and Nerdy Coach?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Good. As far as the test goes, your mic seems to be a bit crunchy.
Crunchy, eh?
Yeah.
Is that any better? I don't know.
No, it's pretty crunchy.
Yeah.
I don't know. You might
That
need
might
to
be
check
the
your.
downfall.
I don't know. We will figure that out, but we're not going to be on long anyway. Make sure you check all your cables and stuff. Make sure you're all plugged in properly. Or unplug the gosh darn thing and see how the mic on the thing works.
Yeah, how does that sound?
Not any better.
It might be just this Samsung here.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna roll with it because we're not gonna be on much longer. We don't want to keep people waiting too much. So let's talk a little bit about how we feel about this series in general. Why don't you start off, Shotgun?
Well, I got to say, I did not read any issue. I have the first issue just sitting at home, and I still haven't picked it up. I
So
have,
you've been following along with us on our streams.
yes, I've only seen the streams from Nerdy Coach and Rob here, and I've been quite invested. Every episode, I love it. It's just been very good artwork, really well story. You really get to
Hey, Rob, give me a second here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something. Plug your headphones in.
Yep.
Now, once you plug your headphones in, there's a little icon here that says settings. Looks like a gear. Underneath you.
Yep.
And now, if you push on that, there should be a audio input.
Better?
What did you do?
I changed it to speakerphone. That's not.
No, well, it sounds 100 times better.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better.
Or you can change it to headphone or whatever.
Sounds
But-
better. But it's not coming out of the headphones, though.
You know what? Whatever you did, it sounds a whole lot better.
Is that any better?
That's 100 times better.
Okay, so that one I went to wired headset, and now it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's working.
Great.
Yeah.
Because it didn't seem like anybody could hear me very well.
No, you're doing good now. We can hear you just perfectly fine. So
Excellent.
you were saying what you felt about the series in general, how you were following along with us.
Yeah, I just followed along each episode with you guys. Each issue just kept me intrigued to want to know more, and you got to get to know each character, Abel and Dale, and to just realize where this sickness is coming from. It's heretical throughout all three of them, and it grows in them all. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a really good and fun read for me. Anything else, Rob? Shotgun?
I think you guys told the story well. Dan, you're my brother, and you've always been since we were little a good storyteller.
Yep, that is true. I can confirm that.
You do not, you continue to be a very good storyteller, and Rob and you are very good on YouTube together. I enjoyed it, and I would like to probably speak for the rest of watching. We enjoy your videos and your chats.
We really appreciate that, man.
Really
Thank you.
play the book in a manner that is enjoyable.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Rob Lee?
Yep.
How would you describe this book?
This was my kind of comic. Pretty much when I was a kid, used to collect all the Superman, Spider-Man, then hit like 20s and it was like, superheroes, blah, whatever. So I started getting into stuff like this, and the MCU has brought me back into the superhero fold. But this was really good. I absolutely enjoyed that story. You know, a coming of age father versus son, and really good. And the feels at the end.
All the feels. I'm going to have to agree with you. I think this book had me hooked right from the beginning. Right from that father-son conflict. It was a story that I don't see often in comics. You know, something that kind of not I can't say it hits hard because me and Shotgun had a amazing father growing up. So it's not like I can relate to any of it even. It's just a story that seemed so grounded. And I just absolutely loved it, you know. And then it just got just wacky enough, but still stayed grounded somehow, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all this supernatural stuff going on, but it still kept grounded enough that the story flowed that well because of it. Carried by some really cool artwork.
Yes.
Right?
Very good artwork.
Scotty Young. Sorry. I just disgraced the man. Scotty.
If you're watching, Scotty, it wasn't me.
My apologies.
Do not send.
No hate mail.
No, do not send the goons after us.
Yeah. Scotty Young tells a wonderful story here with artwork by bring up your screen again. Bring that title screen with all the names. I cannot remember the artwork.
All right, I'm gonna have to bring that back up.
Yeah, I didn't capture it here. I can try to as well, but yeah, great artwork. Nope. Well, yeah, that's worth seeing anyway. Right here. This is my screen. Just wanted a little bit of a Deadpool sitting on the toilet, looking at an empty roll.
Who used all the toilet paper?
So yeah, that's how Monica feels all the time. So yeah, guys, let's wrap this up real quick. This will be probably the shortest one we've had in a while. Mm-hmm. All in all, great book. I would recommend this book for just about anyone. It's a great book for people just getting into comics. I think it's a really easy read. Big panels, and just an enjoyable read. I think that if you had to suggest a book for a new, yes, tons of bad language. It was such a bad book. If I had to recommend this to a new person, I think that this would be a book I would recommend to a new someone new to comics for sure. So,
I think anybody who struggles with their own anger issues in their life can relate with Dale, the grandfather, Dale, and Abel, and how they had to, fight every aspect to not get mad. Abel fought that a lot in this. Every issue he fought that he did not get mad right until the end, where he almost got his head crushed. And the only thing I can say in the end, where I was thinking it was going to go, is I thought they were really going to connect again and maybe even become a family. But Abel just couldn't see past what his dad has done to him to be able to be a family again.
Yeah, so it's kind of like it
kind of threw me off in the end.
Yeah, kind of a down the road maybe they'll be a family again. Now, I've read some things stating that this series was not supposed to end that way, and that it was supposed to end other ways, and that it was supposed to continue on, but it got canceled, so they had to wrap it up in this way, which I didn't mind the way it wrapped up.
Farther.
But whether they intended it to stop here or not, I'm not sure. Do you guys get the feeling that it was wrapped up a little short?
It was wrapped up pretty neatly. Yeah, Dale and Abel kind of made their peace. Went their separate ways, knowing, hey, our story could continue and we run into each other again.
I'm just wondering if
they didn't kill each other, right?
Yeah, they didn't kill each other. That's good. You never want to kill your son. Don't kill your son, people. Don't kill your children. Don't kill your parents. It's just morals. You ever get that? You get that feeling where you could use like a 3 months down the road kind of thing, like they do on those cooking, like those repair shows.
Where are they now?
Where are they now? Kind of thing.
Yeah,
I could use a bit of that.
Absolutely.
What happens 3 months down the road, a year down the road type deal. But all in all, I am satisfied with the way they wrapped it up. And, it's like I said, it's bittersweet because it was a great story that I really enjoyed doing. Rob, you've been awesome co-host on this series, and hopefully you consider staying on for a while.
Yeah. If we
maybe doing another series. We'll be back before you know it with another series. I think I would like to do Something Is Killing the Children, which is another, I think, 15 issue series. So that's another limited series is what I'd like to do, though. It's not something that's... Right. I don't want to cover Spawn, which is like an ongoing 300 and some on books, year and a half later, you're still catching up.
Yeah.
So short series, and I think something that's killing the children. We're going to look into that. Not going to promise anything, but we'll get back to you shortly with our next issue. Other than that, what we've got coming up is, I think, another one-shot Ninja Turtles with Chris the Grim Mike next week. Tomorrow, we'll be back on with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 4.
Yep.
Right? Really good episode, I think. I think there's a lot to talk about in this episode. It's going to be really fun chatting with you guys about that.
I will watch it tomorrow.
Yeah. I think me and Rob watched it today. Super great episode. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that one. Rob, Couch, you've been catching up on some WandaVision?
WandaVision. Wife and I watched the WandaVision this weekend. We're 6 episodes in, and I'm enjoying every minute of it.
Yeah, it was a good series, and I don't think you're really going to need that information until a little bit further down the line.
Well, to be honest, he talks more about the blimp and when they were gone and when they returned. Yeah. So it's a lot of information that I'm just soaking all in, and I really like the time frames where they started in the 50s and 60s,
the sitcoms and stuff like that.
Yeah, 70s and 80s, and
a lot of people said that sort of thing was unnecessary. I really enjoyed it.
I don't think so. I think I really liked it. It added to the show, and I'm really enjoying it.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, and I'm glad you're getting caught up on your MCU content.
Well, I swore I would.
Yep.
Other than that, what we've got going on in the near future is we have a fundraiser going on right now. If you go to any of our recent videos, you can contribute to our GoFundMe, which is for Shotgun's little 9-year-old girl who has been dealing with epilepsy for a while. And we found out recently that she needs possibility that she needs brain surgery. Me and Rob will touch more on that in a further video, but the goal is to get her the epilepsy support dog that she's required, so that she can be safe, and that Rob and Steph can have a little peace of mind knowing that is in place, that they can be alerted and that their daughter can be safe when she's at school and when she's sleeping and thus forth. So we're looking to raise somewhere around 20-ish grand for that dog, because we found out it's going to cost a lot of money. So we're going to be really reaching out to a lot of people, a lot of the community, and asking for your help. There will be some prizes announced for people who donate. Got a lot of cool prizes that I'm gathering up, and within the next week or so, we will be announcing those, and we'll be on talking about that. So anybody who could help, anybody who could spread the word on all of our videos in the last while, there will be a link for that. And you can also use what I've been calling the Nev's tip jar also. So that's in the link too. Anything is grateful. Well, we are grateful for anything, and we are just trying to do the best we can to help the little girl out. So, but we'll get more into that in a week or so. Probably midweek, I'm going to try to get us on, and we're going to talk a bit more about that. But in the meantime,
I just want to thank Dan here for setting all this up. I want to thank Brad for doing the video last night, getting the card opening, and I want to thank everybody else that has already contributed and has put in their efforts and just showed their love and support. It's just heartwarming, and just from the bottom of my heart, we thank you. We thank you, Brad, for what you did last night, and it was amazing to see all those people supporting a great cause. And my daughter, she's been going through this for a while, and this dog would really help her in her anxiety and help her just to have a better quality of life.
Yeah. If you don't know what Rob's referring to, our friend Brad over at Bootown's Games and Hobbies, you can find him right here where it says bootownsgamesandhobbies.ca. He did a Twitch stream where he did some box breaks, and we raised enough money to, I think, pay for the initial cost of the pup. But the training is still going to cost a lot of money, and it's going to take a long time. So we want to get things rolling, and that's why we're doing this giveaway.
It could take up to 2 years to train the dog.
Yeah,
and then with COVID going, it makes it a lot harder.
So that's why we're trying to do as much as we can as soon as we can. Like I said, the GoFundMe is on all of my videos, in the descriptions in the last little while. If you go back 5 or 6 issues or episodes, then you'll find that GoFundMe link. And anything helps. We'll be doing a giveaway, like I said. Lots of good prizes. A little bit of a spoiler. There will be one of my personal books that I value a lot, and also probably a full box of Strixhaven Magic the Gathering up for grabs. So stay tuned for that, and hopefully we'll have that midweek. So let's wrap this up, guys. Thanks a lot, Shotgun, for coming on. And we'll have you back on tomorrow night, and then probably midweek for that to talk about that fundraiser. Okay. Rob Lee, as always, it's good to have you on as my co-host on the Rob Lee Show here.
Thanks for having me. Good to see you again, Shotgun.
Thank you.
And so I'm Nerdy Couch, and these are the Robs. Take care.
Have a good one. Peace out.
Bye.